Welcome to the InterViews podcast.
Prima attenzione, Bobo anticipato, palla vagante, mette giù, recova, il tiro,
Welcome, Interisti, to episode 154 of the InterViews podcast, the official podcast of SempreInter.com. We are here today, another, not really a mercato, not really a summer transfer episode, but more we just want to have a little fun with the time here because, quite frankly, it's been we're involved in another toxic transfer saga, and it's quite annoying to have to go through day in and day out. It's not only the frustrations that you see from the fan base, getting mentioned by other fan bases that have nothing to do with this. The reports, the transfer market reports that come in and day out and are constantly wrong, needing to get revised. Just a bunch of journalists throwing shit at a wall. So we need to, reset things a little bit, take our mind off of that good stuff. So today we are going to do a little draft, an all-time Interisti starting 11 draft between myself and Gianni. And then after the episode, we're going to allow you guys to vote on which team you think is the stronger pick. As always, I'm one half of your co-hosting duo, Alessandro Rafa, joins here by Johnny Paterno. Johnny, this was your idea, okay? If you don't win,
I'm gonna win because we just found out I have the number one pick. So even though you get two in a row, that number one pick will be telling of how this draft will potentially go.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about this already. Like, who would I take number one if I had the number one pick? And I have the name already. And I'm sure it's going to come with a little bit of, I don't know. I don't know what the right word would be, but I'm sure people will have their thoughts. People may not like the direction I'm going with my squad right away off the bat. But I don't care. This is my team. Okay, so. And, we're going to do this draft. Obviously, that's the main thing. I had something else at the top of my mind that I was about to say, and now I'm blanking on it. So hopefully it comes back to me. But yeah, definitely excited to do this. Oh, what we are keeping it to is players that we've seen, like since we've been watching Inter. So it's not going to be like, I'm not going to be throwing Facchetti out there or I'm trying to, Meazza, whoever else, Mazzola. It's going to be players that we've been watching on Inter. So
yeah, and I think that is the way to do it, just because it does, as much as we do respect the legends of it. We're gonna put this up for a poll, and I don't know how many people have seen Facchetti or have seen Bergomi. So yeah, we'll keep it to stuff, players that you guys are probably going to know and have seen play, with respect to the legends, of course. But we're not going to put any strict time limit or anything like that. We're just going to go for it and see how it goes. Really quick, today was the first amichevole of the preseason here against the U23 team. Inter wins 7-2. Did not have the intensity of a game. I don't know how many takeaways people want to have from it. I know that I thought Bonni was really good and basically looks like Thuram. Like super, all the movements. I mean, he looks like Thuram, which could be a big help for us. Sucic looked great. Luis Enrique on the board. A banger from Hakan as well. Lautaro, Pio scores. Aslani from the spot. So yeah, I also thought Berenbrook looked good. I think that's another thing to throw out. He's
in my 11.
He's in your all-time 11. Wow. What is it? 12. He got 11 minutes in the Champions League, and that's enough.
That's all I needed. That was all I needed.
Yep.
Kind of like that Michael Jordan mead, and that was it. That was all I needed. That was all I needed.
Yeah, so not a lot of takeaways. I mean, it was exciting to just see Inter play again, but obviously our first real friendly is going to be Monaco on the 8th. So hopefully other things have resolved by then. And when I say other things, obviously the saga that I was talking about at the top of the episode is the Lookman saga. Today it takes another turn. Lookman, who deleted all Atalanta related content from his Instagram, goes the next step here and officially hands in a transfer request, posts on Instagram, posts about, his respect for Atalanta and the fan base, also alludes to an agreement between him and Atalanta that in his mind has been broken by this latest rejection of Inter's offer by Atalanta. So we are in a very interesting phase of this thing. I believe what I'm seeing overwhelmingly from Interisti is a negative response towards our management. I think there's some criticism that's fair. I think some of it is really over the top. But as I've said since the start of this whole thing, please don't be reactionary off of these reports because they're constantly wrong, frankly. The Gazzetta comes out and immediately says with Atalanta's rejection of the 43 plus bonuses that Adamola was off the market and he wasn't being transferred. And then you have, Zazzaroni and the rest come out and say that's not the case. They just said no to this offer. They're still willing to negotiate. So I understand the reaction. Nobody wants to be involved in a prolonged saga. I think if it was up to the fans, you'd pay 60 million and move on. But unfortunately, that's not the reality of the transfer market. I know I'm feeling the fatigue of this thing while also feeling still confident that, it'll play out in a way where I believe Lookman's going to be in an Inter shirt. Where are you at with this thing right now? I'm sure you're feeling the fatigue too.
Yeah, definitely fatigued by it. I think it's been dragging on too long. And I'm not, normally I would want to blame Inter for this, but I think that Atalanta is being a little ridiculous. You have a player that you made a promise to. And I know that, that could be taken with a grain of salt, right? Teams can say things can change, circumstances could change. Obviously, the coach is gone, so maybe you hope that player would be able to build a relationship with the new coach that you brought in. But at the end of the day, your ward is as good as you are, really. It's important to be an honorable person, to be able to be honest, and when you bring these things to the table and you kind of tell player things, they want to be able to trust you at your word. If you're not able to do that, I think it's great what Lookman's doing. I love that Nigeria is doing the same thing.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Me neither. Me neither. I've never seen a country, do that for one of their players. So, tip of the cap to those guys. I think at the end of the day, it's going to get done. When that day is, I don't know. But if you have a play, why would you want to hang on to someone in a toxic situation and not cash in on $43 million? That's a real offer. That's a real offer. Isn't $43 million better than nothing? Same thing. You could make the same case with whatever, Bayern offered for Hakan last year, right? If this situation plays out in a negative way, which given the way it's kind of seems to be squashed, all right, that's good for us. But let's say they offered 40 and we were holding off for 50. Wouldn't you just have rather taken the 40 instead of missing out on cash altogether? So, listen, I think it's going to get done. I look forward to his arrival because I think that he'll obviously be an impactful player at this club. And, yeah.
I don't want to spend too much time on this thing, but I would be remiss if there's two things that I think are important to discuss here that I just want to get your thoughts on. You just mentioned Hakan. And similar contract situations between Hakan and Lookman, there are 2 years left on both of their deals. And if you look at the difference between Marotta and Percassi, Marotta said he knew Hakan was talking to other teams. And he said, if Hakan wants to leave, he just has to let us know. He just has to let us know, and, we'll do what we can to satisfy the player. He didn't exactly say that, but that's what he's saying. He's like, put in the transfer request, and then we'll go from there. Otherwise, we're going to move forward with you being in our plans. The Lookman is told Atalanta that he's wanted to go for a long time now. They've been aware of it. Percassi said so himself last week when he gave an interview. He said, we know Ademola wants to leave, but they're still not letting him go for, you know, what is perceived to be, in my opinion, value. But this is the other thing too. As far as the value is concerned, Italian football podcast, good friends of ours, Carlo Garganese, believes that Lookman's value is much closer to like 65 million than the 45 million that Inter is offering.
That's because he checked transfer market.
What's your feeling on the valuation for Lookman? Because I have some thoughts here, but I'm curious what you think.
I look at it two different ways, and I'm sure like people are going to disagree, but I think a player is only worth what a team is willing to pay. And I also think that we as fans can also overrate and overvalue our own players. Like right now, if somebody said, a team came in with an offer for 70 million for Barella, I would still say 150, some unrealistic number because I don't want him to go. But you're only worth exactly, like I said, like what a team is willing to pay for you. Mm-hmm. And if only one team is coming with an offer and you want to hold out for more and you want to, try to start a bidding war, but nobody else is coming to the playground to play, then what are you waiting on? Are you waiting for the player to be worth nothing? Is it worth it to hang on to a disgruntled player? I don't think so. Like, take the offer. And I know it's easy for me to say, right? Because this is a player I want at Inter. It's not like, somebody's offering whatever, 40 million for Lautaro. And I'm like, yeah, just take the offer, right? You idiot. Like, I'm sure someone's going to come back with a remark regarding that. Like, oh, then why don't we just take offers for this or that? Nobody was really interested in bringing in, paying big money for Brozovic. As much as we as fans were disappointing with what we ended up agreeing on, nobody was coming. Man City wasn't coming, PSG wasn't coming, Liverpool, nobody. So if 18, even though we said 25 internally, and of course, it's stupid that we share that with the media as well in Italy, because then it just gets out, and then teams are like, well, this is what they want. We're not going to pay them what they, that tends to be the case with almost any club. Mm. It would have been nice to get, 25, but 18 ended up being the number at the end of the day. Are we satisfied? No. But 18 would have been better than losing him for free or having him become a cancer in the locker room, and then you force other players to want to leave, It's it's a double-edged sword, really. You're playing a dangerous game when you try to hold out for more. You look at what happened. Hakan being a prime example, right? We wanted 50 million for him. The offer didn't come at that in that range, and then he ended up staying, and now we can't even get 30, and the players flirting and all that stuff. So it can go both ways for sure. But for Atalanta, it's like, this is it, man. Like, don't wait, don't play this game where then you sit on a player who just like nukes his value, and then you end up selling him to Brentford for 18 million euros. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, if the value, there's context that I think people are missing here. To your point, Johnny, also, like, is someone going to pay 60 million euros in a year?
No.
Like, if he doesn't play or is obviously doesn't, like, he has a year left on his contract, like, this is the time if you're going to sell him. Number one. Number two, there's a difference between your value on the pitch and then your value that includes your age, resale value, where your contract is at, stuff like that. Because that's what's taken into account. It's why you see, like, Benjamin Sesko is going to go for 80, 90 million euros, but Lookman is the better player. He's the more impactful player when he steps on the pitch. What's the difference in their value? Sesko's 21. He has another decade plus at the top of his game. Lookman's turning 28, and he's a pacey, wide player with dribbling skills. Like, this is the age where that tends to start declining. So 45 million is like perfect value for him, in my opinion. It represents an important purchase, a super impactful player, but also keeps in mind, once you sign him, he's not getting sold again where you're going to make a profit off of him. You're absolutely going to, lose money if he's ever sold in the future. And the phase of his football development is over. He's in his prime. So now the question is, how long does the prime last? And at what point does the decline start to happen? And I'm sorry, but for wingers who rely on their speed and their technique, 28 is getting close to it. It's just the truth.
Yep.
By the time he's 30, he's not... I hope, pray to God, he's still able to do what he does. But historically, that's when things start to change as far as your game is concerned. So, I don't agree with Carlo. I respect his opinion there, but I don't think we're taking into account all of the additional stuff. And also, Gianni, the perfect example of this too is the Seba Esposito stuff, where this is a guy that is scoring 10 double-digit goals in Serie A, but we can't get more than a 6 million offer for him. Boni scored less goals and he went for 25. Add context to it. Seba he has no pace. Physically, he's not even close to the prototype that you would expect for a striker. Mm-hmm. He's a technique player, and that can last a long time, but that's not what you pay the big money for. You pay the big money for Boni, who's a prototype striker. And people don't seem to understand, like, that's how it works. That's how it works. It's not just about the numbers. Like, there's a lot more that goes into it. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to add to that, but that's how I feel about it.
I mean, nothing of that specifically, but back to just the Italian Football Podcast. I want to give a shout out to Nima for shouting us out along with Inter Extra on their most recent fan listener question episode. Just saying that, that we're the podcast that he listens to for news regarding, Inter, and they asked specifically about, club specific podcasts. So I appreciate the shout out as always, Nima. Like, I know I troll you and always throw a little jab here and there, but I mean, the guy is a good friend and always, has our best interests at heart. So I do appreciate the shout out for sure. And yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said, especially, the Boni Esposito stuff. It's when you look at Seba, like, he is a very limited player. And it's going to eventually, the limited skills, like the limited pace that he has, it's going to regress. And he's going to become like a Petagna level speed player before we know it. And who knows, that could be in the next 2-3 years for all we know. Like, I mean, I'm not wishing, knocking on wood here, any injury on the poor kid. But like a crazy injury could just derail any speed that a player has. Even like, I'm not saying Thuram is slow. He's still one of a pacier player. But imagine how much faster he would be if his ACL didn't, tear. So
he's had a lot of injuries.
It's a different profile. It's a different level of skill as well, technical ability and pace. Like if you see the potential and you could see the growth and what a player could become, you're investing for the future. If you know what a player kind of already is, you're not going to overspend for that or be like, you know what? He looks like a $7 million player in Seba, but yeah, we'll throw 20 to Inter just because he scored double-digit. Okay, there's no guarantee that he's going to do it again. As a matter of fact, like another good example, Pinamonti.
Mm-hmm.
Pinamonti has a little bit more pace, had scored less goals, but you see the physical traits that he has. He's a bigger striker. He's a stronger striker. He's good. Well, better, I should say. Now, I wouldn't say good, but he's better with his hold-up play. Mm-hmm. That's why a team like Sassuolo was able to drop the money that they did on him, because the player had a little bit more to offer physically, even though the goal-scoring tally wasn't there. But you see that there's a player that can still grow from that. And we see that he has been growing year after year. Not saying that he's a player that I would want back at Inter, but you see that he is, a mid-table starter for sure. Seba, you still just have, a little bit more unknowns. And you also might be seeing that this could be all that he ever will be, But
that is the risk that you take also when you invest in these talented youngsters. Like if you saw Seba and Aslani at your local pitch, just taking free kicks, pinging balls, you would be like, these guys are crazy good. Technique, they have technique. But if you look at the best sides in the world, physically they don't have the chops to make it in any of those sides. The technique doesn't matter. That's why you're not getting offers where you want for Aslani or Seba Esposito. They just physically they're not able to start and have an impact for teams that have the kind of money that you're asking for. Cagliari has 6 mil. That is what it is. To Johnny, to your point, your value is what someone's willing to pay for you. Cagliari has 6 mil. Take it and let's move on. All right. Let's have some fun on Nima's favorite podcast. It's time for the draft. Johnny, you have first pick, and then it goes to me for
2 in a row.
Okay, and then back to
so we're doing like a snake draft, like anyone who's ever done a fantasy draft. And for those of you who are listening in different countries and aren't familiar with that, a snake draft means it goes 1 to me, 2, 3 to Alessandro, 4, 5 to me, and then back and forth until we finish our 11s.
Yeah.
So with the first pick in the 2025 Inter draft, I select Wesley Schneider.
Wesley
Put him in.
Schneider goes to Johnny. He's in the number 10, or he's in the number. He's
going to be the number 10. Where
okay.
we want the trequartista at my club. We miss it. It's a position that, yes, it may not work in today's modern game, but I think when you're a player with the passing range, the vision, the free kick ability, when's the last time we enjoyed watching Inter players take a free kick?
Yeah.
Probably Christian Eriksen, and that was only one time that we got to experience it. I want him in my team. I'm happy to have him in my team. Let's go.
Solid pick, and I am not going to change strategy from what you just did there. I'm also going with my favorite Inter player of all time, and that is the Emperor, Adriano, in the number 10 shirt. He's arguably, in his prime, was the most devastating player maybe anyone has ever seen. Power, pace, physicality, technique. I've never seen a human being hit a ball as hard as I've seen Adriano hit it. You could look back at the free kick that he scored against Real Madrid, where I think he literally started a fire in the back of the net with how hard he was able to put it in the back of the net. Left-footed. He's like my idol. Obviously a prime that was cut too short. And you also, the way that players speak about Adriano, that's how good he was. Everyone, when they talk about him, they're like, they talk about how much of a shame it was that what happened to his father, and it wrecked his career, because he was a force like no other. So with the first pick in my all-time XI, I'm going with Adriano. All right. Ooh, feels good taking it. Taking it.
He was next up for me. So, I mean, it's smart that you took him.
This is tough. I wasn't prepared for the second pick. Man. You know what? I'm sorry. I have to go for the dagger here.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it. Javier Zanetti.
Okay. That's not who I thought you were going to do. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep. He is my right fullback for now. I don't know if I'm going to go with 3 at the back or 2, but we'll see how it plays out. Javier Zanetti, my pick. Johnny, you're up.
With my second pick, I'm also going with a striker. And it's my favorite striker. I've got his jersey autographed hanging in my office. Christian Vieri, welcome to the team. I needed you. I want you. Perfect. It's going to be
32 or 23.
32. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking right at it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm looking right at it. And now that you took Zanetti, that makes me have to change my plans. So I'm going to take him now before you potentially take him. Give me Maicon as my right back. We're doing it.
Yep.
He might be a right wing back. We'll see how I decide to make this formation. It depends really kind of how this draft goes. Give him that 13. He's not number 8. How dare you?
Oh, shit. I forgot to put the number.
So we're going Maicon. I want him there.
I feel like I see your team, how it's going to play out here.
Can you imagine the crosses from Maicon into Vietti's forehead? Just rocketing him in. Oh, my gosh. And the crazy thing is, if you didn't take Adriano, which obviously it's smart that you did. I know he's your favorite player. But if you didn't, it was going to be Vietti Adriano or Adriano Vietti, whatever.
Yes.
And then I'm probably not even losing. It would have been over already.
Oh.
So now, but I do have some other options at that second striker spot that will be interesting to see how this plays out and who I go with. But go ahead.
This is really interesting that we both had the same idea here. What is Inter known for the entirety of their history here? Devastating striker tandems. We've seen some of the most talented players to ever pull on a football jersey come through and play up top for us. So I am going to have to go with Ronaldo.
Oh boy. Yeah. See, I'm already in trouble.
What a devastating duo, dude.
That is absolutely disgusting that's who you have as your duo. I can already see I guess it depends on who's going to be passing them the ball, but I could already see just the breaking of the lines, the runs, the dribbling, the pace and power. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what a great duo.
Yeah. All right, so it's Tomace though?
Yep.
Okay. I think I know how I'm going to start to do this. We're going to do Bastoni.
Okay.
We're going to do Bastoni.
Okay. Not the best pick when you see who I'm going to have running at him, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so the reason that I'm going with I forgot to change the number. The reason that I'm going with Bastoni here, I'm going to need somebody to play out of the back.
Sure.
I'm going to need someone to connect with these strikers that can both get in behind. So it's going to be Bastoni, and I think he's earned it.
Listen, I don't hate that pick at all. I was worried
he's also going to be my left fullback. I'm gonna throw that out there. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
I was worried you're gonna take the guy that I wanted right now to counter my strikers, but I'm gonna take him, and it's the one and only Walter Samuel, who's gonna be playing center back for me. I need the wall. If there's any chance of me being able to stop that pair, it's gonna be Walter Samuel. I think, was he 23 or was he 25? I think he was 25.
I'm gonna make sure.
Now I'm checking too.
Man, it's been a while. 25, you're right.
Yes, let's go. Oh my gosh, like that guy. I don't think I've ever. It's a shame that he was playing in Serie A at the time of the names like Maldini, Nesta, because I think that he's a notch below those, of course, but I think that he's criminally underrated for his stability that he brings to the back line, for what he's able to bring defensively, the leadership qualities that he has. I think right now, I mean, I'm not going to pick my captain just yet, but I think that he is my front runner for wearing the armband for my team. And I got to take this guy immediately because I'm worried you're going to take him from me. My next pick, it's my guy, Nicolo Barella. I need him, and that just gives me exactly what I want in the mid. I got him. I got Schneider. Oh my gosh, we're cooking. We are cooking right now. And we don't have to go on. Even though it's a down year for Barella, I'm thinking peak Barella at Inter is going to be on my team.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to do, I think it's time to get into the midfield here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm gonna have to go with Kuchu.
No.
Esteban Cambiaso. Not Kuji. Jesus. Let me just put his whole name here. Yeah, I need some steel in the midfield. I need someone that can break this counter. You know, Maicon, Barella, Schneider. That's danger, and I need solidity in my back line here in my midfield. Brozzo definitely could have done the job. Was a candidate.
I don't think you could have him on your team though if you're not going to give him the right number. I think you need to forfeit that pick if you don't.
What number did he wear?
19, bro.
19. Sorry, dude.
I'm the real fan here, ladies and gentlemen. The evidence is here.
Get the fuck out of here. Is it still mine?
It's still yours, bro.
Am I doubling up?
Oh, is he doubling up in the midfield? What's he doing? Where's he going?
This is tough. This is tough. Do I want to go? There's been a lot of good center backs. I feel like I have to go to the midfield here. I feel like I have to go to the midfield. Do I do it? Yeah. I'm gonna go with Dejan. I'm gonna go with Dejan. Yeah.
Okay, I don't hate it.
This is a tough team.
It is.
There's steel in this team.
It is. That's a very strong midfield, but I don't see the creativity. I don't see
wait for it.
Ability.
I have a sleeper.
A sleeper. Must be a deep sleeper, but okay. All right. So those are your two ads. Only because I'm concerned. I feel like I have to grab this other center back. I'm a little. I don't know if he's the exact guy that I want. But when I think about the other players that I'm considered, you know, I thought about, hey, is Milan Skriniar worthy? I don't know. I don't like the way he left. I also think that he might be a little slow to combat Adriano and Ronaldo.
He would get eaten alive.
You know, like you don't put guys like just because I've seen them. You know, like I'm not gonna include Godin. I'm not gonna include Juan Miranda and names like that. So I got to go with Samuel's partner from that treble-winning side, Lucio. Number 6, get him in there. Now I got a guy who is both strong and a little bit pacey to kind of keep up with those guys. Not the fastest center back by any means, but when you have that level of grit and grind, it's awesome. I think that my back line is looking a lot. Granted, yes, it probably is going to be the treble back line with how things are shaping out so far. But I had to get Lucio, and now Bastoni's on an island. He's wondering where's my help over here.
That's a good pick. It's a good pick. You needed to go strong in the center back department.
First, yeah.
You have
now, do I go midfield or do I go striker here? Actually, I don't have to worry about you taking a striker, so I can just go with a midfielder. Since you took Cambiaso, I have to take the next best thing, and it is Marcelo Brozovic. He's going to be able to sit in front of that back line. He's going to be able to just really be the metronome that we need in this midfield. And he's also going to make it easier for Barella and Schneider to do what they do best. So give me that. Give him the 77.
Oh, you want
it's
the
beautiful. It's beautiful. I think we're going to do a 4. It's going to be a 4-1-2-1-2.
4-1-2-1-2.
That's what we're going to do here.
Our formations are starting to look very similar here.
Very similar. Yeah, very similar.
Okay. I could shuffle things, right? Technically, I could throw Zanetti into midfield and start looking at
Denzel Dumfries?
Some right backs. Don't freeze Hakimi, right? Only on the team for a short period of time. But that's not where I'm going to go. I still feel comfortable about the abundance of center backs to be able to choose from. But Johnny, like you said, it's time to get that creativity in here. I thought about it being Luis Figo. Crossed my mind.
I would have liked it. That would have been a good sleeper pick.
Crossed my mind. But this for me is still a sleeper pick. sitting right in the hole between the strikers, Alvaro El Chino Recoba.
Great pick. Great pick.
Did get over the top. I need to have a free kick taker on the team. Imagine Adriano Recoba stepping up. Beautiful. Recoba is in the hole, and this is starting to look like a 4-3-1-2 for me.
It is. Listen, it's a great pick. I have a T-shirt with his name on it, and it's actually from that game that you and I both love at the Meazza. Shout out Dirt. I think it's Dirt Pitch or something is the brand. If you see it on Instagram, check it out. They have some really cool shirts. It's got like the name of the player in big bold letter, and then it's got like his like really nice silhouette on it. I've seen some for Zanetti. I've seen some for Adriano, Ronaldo, Eto. I'm a little disappointed they don't have any for Milito, but who knows? Maybe that's in the works. But I had to get the Recoba one because that moment is ingrained in my mind. So great pick.
It's an iconic moment. Yep.
And all right, where are you going next? Who's
still me?
It's still you.
Me. All right, Lucio and Samuel off the board.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're taking Jason Murillo? Great pick.
No, but listen, I might get some shit for this, but he's one of my favorites. I'm gonna go with Matrix. Marco
I don't think anyone's
Materazzi.
gonna give you if anyone does give you shit for that, they need to get themselves checked. That's a great.
This is a tough team. You do not want to go up against
Bro,
Matrix.
what are you talking? My team is gonna bully you.
Cambiaso, Stankovic. Let's go.
All right. Okay. Now, do I get my last midfielder now, or do I just get the second striker? I don't know. You know what? We are going to go with the second striker. And even though I thought it was very bitter the way things ended with him, I still did enjoy his time there at Inter. And I think him and Vieri would be a devastating duo. It's going to be Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, I felt that coming. Yep. Big as much as, you know, he is what he is, and you know, he's tied to the rivals, he had some unforgettable moments in an Inter jersey, and was absolutely incredible to watch.
No, he was. I enjoyed him very much. Yeah, he was my favorite player at the time when he was there, and the way things had been going, I would have liked it to work out differently. And believe me, I thought of the idea of Milito here. You know, don't. I know people are going to be like, oh, why no Milito? Why no Eto? I do love both those players, but I think that if you bring, you know, Ibra with all that he can do, and he was such a force when he was at Inter. I know his goal scoring prowess wasn't at the same level that it was later on in his career that he achieved with Milan and PSG and even Man U. Like, let's not discredit that time. He was still banging them in. I think that him and Vieri would be just an insane duo to go up against. And I'm gonna go with my my other. Actually, shoot, what do I do here?
There's one problematic position that I'm seeing for you.
I'm gonna go with my goalkeeper. I'm gonna take it now.
Damn it!
I'm gonna take him now before you could potentially steal it. We've had great goalkeepers in my life.
I already know.
How did you know that's who I was taking?
You know?
That's exactly what I was going with. I was gonna mention, Prime Handanovic and what he was able to do. Toldone was amazing for us. Pagliuca was the first goalkeeper I've ever fallen in love with. If you look at that 94 goalkeeper kit with the pop collar, that guy was a baller. He just looks so cool on the pitch. But it's got to be the trouble guy. Julio Cesar. Just an incredible leader and what he was able to do. And I think if anyone is going to be able to get in the minds of his compatriots, it's going to be Julio Cesar. So welcome to the team.
It's a great pick. It's a great pick. I think there's only one other goalkeeper that you can really do, even though Handanovic was great for us for his tenure. Toldo is the guy, but since you already took your keeper, I'm gonna save Toldo for later on.
Wow, making him wait it out.
I have to.
I'm taking him as my backup. What are you gonna do
then? Okay, all right. I feel like I'm running out of midfielders that I really.
Oh wait, can we give Julio his number 12 and Ibra his number 8? Although he did wear number 1, I liked him better in the 12. Was it 12? Oh shit, maybe it was 13. No, it was 12. Michael was 13. 12. It was 12.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to go.
Don't you dare!
In the midfield.
Don't you dare do it. Oh dang! Maybe he's not gonna do it. Maybe he is gonna do it. Mkhitaryan, I knew it. I knew that was your favorite guy.
Man, you know what? I'm already into the old heads. So I just stay there.
What? Nah, is that real?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
That can't be real. You can't be serious.
I'm thinking about it. No. You know what?
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, that I think people watching this would be like, "Oh, he already lost."
He was a great player for us.
I think he's more remembered for his time at Juve.
He was a great player for us. He really was.
I don't disagree that he's a great player, but I would never consider him in one of my all-time Inter 11s. Personally, I don't know.
I'm having a hard time with this, man.
It is a tough one. There's 2 names that stick out in my mind. So I'm curious to see what direction you go in here. But yeah.
You know what? Now I'm thinking of changing formation altogether.
Oh my gosh. I threw him for a loop.
Now I'm thinking of changing formation altogether.
I got him on the ropes right here. I love it. The panic is setting in.
Hold on. Let me try to rejigger this and see how I like it.
Okay.
Oh no. Let's go Recoba here. Stankovic here, and then go back 3. Is this how I want to do it?
Back 3. Damn, I'm actually shocked that this name isn't being mentioned. I'm probably gonna be able to steal him. With the way things are looking.
Or I could do this. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So now you got to take either your last midfielder or a center back. Wait, what? Is that what you need? Yeah, I think. Wait. Why do I feel like you're missing a position?
No, I need a midfielder.
Are you just gonna play 2 center backs by themselves, or these are right back, and left back?
Hakimi and Zanetti are gonna be my right back and left back.
Okay. All right. So you just need either I guess you don't have to worry about taking your goalkeeper. You got to take a midfielder.
Wait, didn't I just make 2 picks? Materazzi and...
Did you? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. All right. So, I mean, yeah, it's just my last 2 picks. It's going to be pretty easy for me. I'm going to bring in our new coach, at left back, it was. I thought about DiMarco, but it's like I already have Maicon as that attacking player.
What was
26. 26. Come on now. So yeah, Key was gonna be there. 4-1-2-1-2, and then my other midfielder was gonna be going in. The struggle I had not taking Christian Eriksen right here, but you need a little bit more strength. You need a little bit more muscle in this midfield. Someone with a little bit more of a chip on his shoulder, perhaps. Maybe not so much. He failed at Juve as a coach. It's going to be Thiago Motta.
That's your pick? I feel way better about Davids than Motta.
What? You didn't even take him. You changed your mind. So
I know, because you psyched me out of it. Fucking A.
Good. Didn't even really change it. You can still take him right here.
So he's out. Yeah. So I got
my 4-1-2-1-2. That's my formation. And we're cooking, dude. We're freaking cooking.
Yeah, actually, let's come a little wider here. I want the symmetry to look nice here.
Oh, wow! Actually, I took a lot of the treble. I really did. But the crazy thing is, like, you either had the treble era or the current team from like maybe 2018 on. Nobody wants to pick somebody from the dark days.
I know, and there was also like you could go with throwback players that we did watch, but not a lot of people have seen, like Simeone in an Inter jersey. Not a lot of people have seen Davids. We're able to watch him. You know, it's like
I didn't get to, like, I mean, obviously, like, in terms of players, yes, I recognize, Rother as one of the best midfielders.
Of course. But
like, what I want, but I never saw him play for Inter. Like, I was too young.
One of our, if we were doing that,
all-time teams, he would have been one of the first picks.
It would have been him, Bergomi. I mean, we could have, Facchetti, we could have done that.
Yeah, like Facchetti could have been my left back over Kivu if I'd ever seen him play. He probably would have been my pick. Like, but I have like black and white film to go off of for him, so it does make it a little bit harder when you don't have that. And although, like, and there was two guys that I thought about, but I felt like their time was brief at Inter, and it would have been like Seedorf and Pirlo. Like, yes, the players themselves were fantastic,
but it wasn't. It wasn't what Pirlo was known for, his prime.
Yeah. And same thing with nobody remembers Seedorf as much. He had great moments. He had a few bangers for Inter, but he's more so remembered for his time at Milan, and that's that is what it is. All
right. So to round out my squad here, we're going to go with Patrick Vieira, number 14.
I still psyched him out of Edgar Davids.
You still psyched me out of it.
Mind games here, people.
The reason, so Vieira was on my mind. Davids was on my mind. The reason that I went with Davids initially was because I wanted a little bit more. Let's move forward. Let's carry the ball up the pitch, which I think Davids is better than Vieira at. But am I going to complain that I have one of the toughest midfields that you could ever put down on paper?
I think my midfield ECU is alive.
On technique, maybe, but no.
Brozovic is running for days. For days.
No. Stankovic would harass him to death.
No.
She would harass him to death.
And in 2 years' time, Sucic is going to replace Motta for me in this midfield. So
I'm positive about that. I'm surprised you didn't pick Perisic, Kovacic. Oh, Kovacic!
Too late. Actually, can I swap out Kivu for Perisic? Can we do one each?
Damn. No,
too late.
The integrity of the game.
Dang.
The integrity.
He's not a left back. He would have been. He's a left wing back. If I played a wing back system, yes. Like, I thought about DiMarco too. Like I said, but he ain't making this team. He ain't playing D.
No, I did not. Consider
Hakimi
DiMarco
is eating DiMarco alive on the wing. I'm dead.
Yeah. No. I think these are some solid teams here. All right, let's take a look at them. You got Maicon and Zanetti in this channel. What a titanic battle. Kivu and Hakimi. If you were to pick guys that could, do a job on Hakimi, Kivu is one of those guys that you would
I
pick.
think
sure.
Kivu would have definitely frustrated Hakimi. I really do.
Yeah, I don't think he had anything for him pace-wise, but I think he would have been nipping at his legs.
I'll never forget how he frustrated Messi in the semifinals. So I will always respect him for that.
Yeah. The center backs, Lucio Samuel is one of the most iconic center back pairings of all time. I went with an all-Italian back line, center back line, Bastoni and Materazzi. Very tall. I have the best ball distributor of the four center backs. You have the better pairing. I definitely agree with that. Let's go to the midfield.
Bro, as soon as Bastoni moves up, Brozovic stripping the ball, quick pass to Schneider, over the top to Vieri, game over.
You don't have a ton of pace in this team.
Bro, I don't need pace. I'm going to control the ball the whole time.
You have one pacey player.
Yes, but I still don't need it. Actually, Ibra at his prime was pretty pacey too.
He could move.
Careful.
Cambiaso and Brozovic, two very different styles of player. Two extremely quality players.
Insanely effective. Both in their own ways, both insanely effective.
Yeah. That's tough. I wonder what the fans are going to think about that matchup here. In the hole, Alvaro Recoba, maybe one of the best left foots to ever grace Giuseppe Meazza, and then Wesley Schneider, who turned dreams into realities.
In my biased opinion, the best free kick taker in my lifetime. In my extremely biased opinion.
One of the most technical players to ever come through in our generation, without question. The other guys in midfield, Nicolo Barella, I definitely wanted him, and Thiago Motta versus Stankovic and Vieira.
I think Barella gives Vieira nightmares, but then I think Stankovic negates, without a question, Thiago Motta.
I think Barella has the highest ceiling of all of these four.
I would agree.
He has the highest ceiling.
I would agree.
But I like Stankovic, and I would prefer Stankovic and Vieira both over Motta. So let's see what the fans think about that. And then, I mean, look at these strikers. Adriano and Ronaldo, a Brazilian connection for me. Ibrahimovic and Christian Vieri, also one of my favorites of all time.
If I would have taken Ronaldo instead of Vieri, would you have taken Vieri?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's so many other names too, like Crespo.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock Icardi, but I don't think he would have made this team. I do think he was an incredible goal scorer in his own right, but I don't think that he's top 11 for me all time. He
was on my mind for sure.
I thought because of a second striker position, one of my favorite players of all time, Roberto Baggio, was a name I did think about playing around with, but I don't think he's as remembered for his time at Inter as he is with other clubs. Not that I think he played poorly, but I just think it's just not the top of mind. Obviously, Milito, Eto'o could have been other guys. I love both. I really did. I just think Vieri and Milito are similar in a lot of ways. And Vieri he was the first player I truly fell in love with at Inter. I got his kit framed, autographed on my wall. So,
yeah, that there is so much quality in the strike partnerships for Inter, where it's people are gonna freak out Milito and Eto'o weren't taken, but it's not really about that. It's
and I think if you take one, you have to take the other with him.
Yeah,
I would have had to switch entirely.
Yeah, I mean, there were different ways to do this. Like, could have thrown Samuel Eto'o out left and did a three striker formation.
I could have.
There was a number of things to do. And even just while we're doing this, the depth, if we would have built out these benches too, like you could have went Julio Cruz, you could have went Batistuta. Just in terms of the strikers, like there were a ton to choose from.
Do you want to? All right, you want to do one striker, one midfielder, and one defender for the bench?
Okay.
We could just do that. I mean, obviously we can't add it here, but let's just do it for the listeners.
No, I think we
can.
can.
Wait, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, not really. Oh shoot, you kind of can. Okay.
All right. I picked last.
You picked last, so all right. But we'll go 1 and 1.
One and one.
Yeah, 1 and 1. So yeah, I mean, all right. So now I will take Milito and throw him in as my reserve striker, number 22. I love him. Clinical finisher. Would be a great rotate. Honestly, to rotate in this team. So yeah, Milito for sure.
Oh man, I have to do it. I
You
have to do it, but I wanted to do Crespo there.
All right, midfield. Who would I want to throw in to the midfield?
Are we allowed to go vibes on these picks at this point?
Why not? It's your team, bro. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna go vibes.
Do not.
I think he could play midfield and he could play defense. I gotta go. He's one of my favorite players of recent time. Ivan Perisic.
Yeah,
throw him in there.
That was a good call.
But I want him to wear 44, not 14. I don't like the 14. I like the 44,
like the 44 better. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. All right. I am going vibes because I feel like this off my bench.
He was gonna be my midfielder. He really was, but I was like, you know what? No, I want the guy who can give me a little versatility.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go. Oof, this is tough. I gotta. Well, you know what? I got a little bit of a combination between with I could kind of use him as a wing back or a left back, so that's good. I feel like I could throw him in the midfield and he would still be able to do a job. So I'm gonna go with a third center back. He's worried. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna pick the guy that you're thinking. Oof. Now I'm thinking like, do I go with? Oh, it's tough.
I'm getting nervous.
Yeah, I'm taking Ivan Cordoba.
Damn it!
Yes, I got it. I got him. Let's go.
Fuck. He was always the pick.
Oh wait, you're putting him on your side. Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Collusion.
Sorry. That was
Luciano Mochi already signing players over here.
Damn.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's a great pick. Cordoba was embodied everything that Inter should embody. He was undersized, not the most technically gifted player in the world, but he was a fucking bulldog.
Can we say he's what some Interisi thought that Gary Medel was? Like, I picture him more of a pit bull than Gary Medel, personally. I don't have fond memories of Gary Medel, but that's just me. Okay. He's another player in the long lineage of trash Inter players to wear my favorite number 17.
That fucked me so bad.
God, I love my team. Oh my gosh, bro. Seeing those three on my bench. Oh, Ivan.
That fucked me so bad.
2 Ivans.
Because, really, if we're talking better center backs, like best center backs for our time period, Skriniar was that. But every fiber in my body does not want to choose him.
No, I know. He was the one I was thinking of, but I was like, I can't take him. I can't. Stefan de Vrij, best center back in the league. He did win it. Do you take de Vrij?
No.
Do you go Nemanja Vidic?
Do I go Miranda?
Honestly, I wouldn't hate that. I really wouldn't. I think that he was a really good player for us. I wish we could have won more with him. But yeah, I don't hate that pick.
I'm at the point where do I prefer Ranocchia to Skriniar? Am I really doing this right now?
That's you do not put Ranocchia does not make
I'm
this team.
I'm doing Debray. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, listen, I don't hate that pick. I don't. I still think my bench is better.
Yeah, I think your bet.
And my team is better. And we win.
Mine's
and
definitely
we win the league, ladies and gentlemen.
More vibes. Let me put these guys over here so that when I take the screenshot and we post it on Twitter, everybody could see.
I just hope it doesn't confuse people.
They gotta listen to the episode,
or
else this is gonna look
because it's gonna look like my bench is right behind yours. But yeah.
All right. That was good. That was fun.
I can't wait to see what people think. Like,
that was fun.
I've got a feeling that one of our Luca is gonna pick your team. I just have a feeling. Like, I don't know if he doesn't like anything I do. Maybe, but
which Luca? Because we've got a few.
Luca Marchi.
Yeah.
I think he's going to side with you. I think Nima's going to side with you.
Because he's an old head.
Yeah, I think Nima's going to side with you. I'm curious. You know who I really want to see? And I'm going to tag him when we post this just because I really want to see who he picks. Sharma. I want to see who Sharma sides with.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Because he's seen everything that we've seen.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
He's in our bracket here. All right, this will be fun. Alpha. I got to see what Alpha says. I'm hoping he comes.
Oh, he's going to side with you too. The three of them for sure are going to side with you. No way Alpha's siding with me.
You have Tony Mitch.
The man gives you credit for Sucic. That upsets me. So Alpha's going to side with you. He's going to side with you.
But it all comes down to who Huyan believes. Have a better team.
You know what? Huyan's not going to vote for any of us because neither of us put Dumfries in the 11.
Because neither of us had Dumfries.
Yeah.
All right. So this has been I think this is a good a little bit of a breather despite what all Interisti have to deal with on a day in day out basis with this transfer market. So I think this was a good idea, Gianni. Anything for I ragazzi, the fans?
Nothing new. I got to get back to doing cards again, doing some giveaways. Haven't built anything out in a little bit. It's honestly, guys, it's been a stressful time at work. I don't know if you're following my team. It's rough. It is rough in the streets. Vibes are low right now, but hopefully we could turn things around here in the near future. We got some big news coming tomorrow, so if you even care, no worries if you don't. But yeah, I actually have some cards that I haven't even done yet. It's been in here since I don't even know. Like, it even says Intergivy somewhere. Intergivy. So I've had to.
What is that from?
This has got to be.
That's
from the end of last.
I thought
season.
it was a custom case or some shit like that.
Oh no! I just I have it ready to ship. I just haven't done it. So yeah, we'll figure this out. What day is today? Today's the 3rd. You know what? We will do this givey the day we announce the Lookman signing. And if it doesn't happen, I'll do it. If it doesn't happen, when we record, if we record an episode next Sunday, I'll just we'll give it away then. But hopefully this week it happens. So
yeah. All right. If you guys have ideas of other things that you want us to do, because you don't want to listen to people losing their minds about the Mercato, I feel like let us know, because I think we're both up for not bitching about this window.
Yeah, like it was fun to do the one with Sharma with our least favorite, Inter 5 or whatever, however it ended up being.
Yeah.
that was a fun one. Doing this now with Alex on our dream starting 11, but our draft, that was fun. And we want to do different things. We want to be able to bring you different content and to kind of drive engagement. And obviously, like, you guys are a big part of where we're able to take this. So if you have, like you said, any ideas, any cool concepts, if there's anybody that you want us to try to get on, that you think would be good to hear their insight. I've been wanting to get Stefan Rossi back on. I feel like he's
We
such
haven't
a
talked to him
positive.
in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's such a positive vibe, and the thing that makes it hard is the time zones. Like, he's in Australia, we're in the States. It does make it a little bit difficult to line up each other's schedule, but yeah, shoot us over some ideas. If you say Nima, I may slap you. No, I'm kidding.
We haven't spoken to him in a while either.
That's on purpose though.
Intentional.
I'm kidding. It's all in love. It's, if I don't make fun of somebody, I think that should kind of tell you,
All right. Maybe blind ranking some goals next time. I don't know. We'll toss some ideas.
Ooh.
I think blind ranking goals.
I feel like that could be so bad, but awesome at the same time.
I would like to find a way to be able to play the goals without it getting taken down.
That would be the hard part. I feel like it would get taken down because it's Serie A highlights or Inter highlights. It definitely would be taken down from YouTube. That's for sure.
Yep.
And I don't want it to mess with our Spotify either. Now that we have to put it up with video on Spotify, so maybe what we could do if we decided to go that route is we could definitely like post the videos of the goals with Instagram. With Twitter. So maybe we can
that's the move. We
put the links in there so people could see what it was, and then we'll just put the number that I kind of want to do it to you though, because I feel like I would be more likely to mess with you and mess with your tug on your heartstrings. But we can figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Let's do it. All right, guys. In the words of the great Roberto Scarpini, forza ragazzi, forza ragazzi, forza ragazzi.